Welcome to WagerTalk TV. Kelly Stewart here with Andrew McInnis. You know what that means. The CFL is back. Andrew, 3 straight profitable seasons in the CFL. And this year, 10-2 on his 5% plays. Andrew, we're going to get right into this. Let's talk really quickly, though. Obviously, you're Canadian. That's why you got into the CFL. But before we got started, you said it's like a kid on Christmas. How excited you are for this season.
I'm pumped, Kelly. I'm super excited, not only as a fan of the league, but as a sports bettor. And to me, this is a market that, as people will say, not many people are betting, not many people are watching. So it's kind of untouched still a little bit. And the way the market moves, I always tell people it's not a sales pitch. It's one of those things to get in early, sign up for an all-access pass because the lines move very fast. One of my favorite things about betting CFL, getting in early, getting the best number, and just watching the lines change all week long.
Okay, we have 2 divisions in the CFL, the East and the West. Let's go out East first and tell me a team you think we need to be on the watch for.
A team that everybody should have their eye on in the Eastern Division, the Hamilton Tiger Cats. To me, this team at plus 250 to win the division presents a ton of value here. And one of the reasons is health. They seem to have gotten really healthy in the offseason. And last year, they had kind of a down year, but a lot of their key players, both defensively and offensively, went down, including the guy they paid a ton of money to, their starting quarterback, Bo Levi Mitchell, who they didn't rush back, and I'm happy they didn't. Now he's back at 100% health and ready to go, ready to lead this team. But a big need for them that they addressed in the offseason, especially at the draft, the offensive line. They wanted to protect Bo Levi. No more injuries for him, and they certainly did that. They traded for offensive linemen. They drafted O-linemen, and that will really help. They have a strong running back room with James Butler. The pass rush is one of the best in the league. And to me, this Hamilton team is going to be slept on all throughout the year based on last year's performance. I'm ready for this year. To me, they're one of the best teams in the East. I would definitely bet on them to win the division.
The Tiger Cats, one of my favorite teams, return specialist Brandon Banks from Kansas State is playing for them. And so I always love to catch some of the glimpses of the guys that we recognize from our favorite college teams. All right, Andrew, let's head out west and, well, pretty much as far west as you can go in Canada. The BC Lions is who you like to win it all out there.
It's very true. And Kelly, it's not very often that the team that hosts the Grey Cup ends up winning it or let alone playing in the Grey Cup. But the BC Lions are hosting the Grey Cup. I think they'll win the West Division. I'll go as far as saying I think they win the Grey Cup. This BC team lost superstar Nathan Rourke to the NFL. Sure, Rourke's bounced around teams in the NFL, but he kind of made his dream come true. And then there were a lot of question marks as far as the quarterback play for BC over the next few years. Well, Vernon Adams Jr. has led this team in a big way. They've got a great running back room, but it's the defense that makes the difference here. This is a top 3 offense, a top 4 defense in the entire league. And what I like about this team, unlike many CFL teams, is that there wasn't really much of a change from last year's team to this team. And I understand that sometimes you need to address the problems in the locker room or try and make changes to improve the team. But I actually love the fact that BC pretty much is running back the same group they had last year. They get healthy. They make a few moves on defense. I really like this BC team. And the schedule for them that they've been given to start off their season is rather light. They get off to a good start, get that chemistry with a few of their players. This is a team to watch out for, and you should definitely bet on them, not only to win their division, but to win the Grey Cup at home this year in Vancouver.
All right, don't forget, guys, the Canadian Football League starts June 6th. And as you can tell, Andrew is already ready and geared up for the season. You can check out his free CFL pick right now on his page. You can also grab the entire season for only $249 with coupon code AMCFL. That is $1.60 a day to get every single one of Andrew's CFL plays from June 6th through the Grey Cup. All right, Andrew, let's buzz through a couple of these season win totals. Couple of unders are going to be interesting. I know people always get nervous betting unders, and then 1 over.
Let's do it, Kelly. Here, we'll start off with the Calgary Stampeders, their first losing season since 2007 last year. And I don't think it's going to get any better. I mean, this is going to only get worse for this Calgary team. They were so good for so many years. They've lost a lot of key players, and they have not made many improvements in the offseason, especially their quarterback, Jake Mayer. I don't believe in him. Their defense suffered big time, giving up big plays every single game. And honestly, I feel like it's time to make a coaching change in Calgary. I do not trust this Stampeders team under 7.5 wins for them. Saskatchewan Roughriders, their quarterback, Trevor Harris, he got injured just several weeks into the season last year. In fact, there were all kinds of injuries at the quarterback position in the CFL in 2023. But I feel like Saskatchewan not only is back to full health, they addressed a lot of problems. One of their biggest issues was they're one of the worst running teams in the league. Well, they go out and pick up superstar AJ Ouellette from Toronto, who was one of the best running backs in the league last year. They spent a lot of money this offseason, and I feel like it'll help them out big time. We'll go over 7.5 wins for Saskatchewan. And last but certainly not least, we have to look at the team that I think is certainly in the midst of a rebuild. Under 6.5 wins for the Ottawa Redblacks. Sure, they made some changes, but change takes time when you're a rebuilding team. They picked up Drew Brown as their quarterback. He was the backup for many years behind Zach Collaros in Winnipeg. And I have questions about Brown because guess what? Just because you were a quarterback as a backup on a good team, it doesn't make you good too. It means your starting quarterback was good. And Ottawa, their defense was horrific in 2023. I don't think they're going to win 7 games. I don't think they're going to win 5 games. Under 6.5 for the Redblacks is my play.
All right, a couple of recaps. Tiger Cats to win the East, Lions to win the West, Stampeders under 7.5 wins, Roughriders over 7.5 wins, Redblacks under 6.5 wins. Andrew, anything you'd like to leave our audience with?
Well, let people know they have the option to get the 30-day package or a full season package. So again, with the CFL, with how often these lines move, Kelly, I'm releasing plays on Monday and Tuesday, and the rest of my plays will be released later on in the week. So if you guys want to join me, it can be for a 3-day package, could be for a week, 30 days, or the full season. But make sure you're well aware of the live movement we see every week in the CFL.
All right, WT.buzz/AM is Andrew's personal page over on WagerTalk.com. Make sure you're following him at McInnis Picks on all the social channels. And do not forget to like and subscribe to the WagerTalk YouTube channel. We'll see you for the Grey Cup, Andrew. I can't wait to get some football going.